Alright, I'm going to do a really quick haul rundown. I'm going to start with the smallest value items I found and work up to my favorite finds of the day. So here are all of the tiny things I found at the bins. A little jewelry set. This was still in the box. It's Avon, even though it's not marked. I may list it separately. I'm trying to get away from doing my just huge lots because I have so much. This one also will get listed separately. It's a little Hello Kitty charm, and then these will just get put in lots because they're single and broken. This one will go in a Disney lot I sell every once in a while. It's obviously Disney inspired from Bambi. I thought it was too cute to pass up. Just some little cotton beaded gloves. These pins will go in my random lot, and then these retired ones I actually found on like a bucket hat all together, so I'll sell them as a set for like $10. It's just a little Harry Potter bow tie for one of my nerd lots. And Monopoly pieces go pretty well for me. These are from a newer one, but I just kind of mix them all together and people like them for crafts. Speaking of crafts, I thought this was a sealed bag when I grabbed it, but it actually has a little hole in it, which is why it's in a baggie now. But I'll still put it in a craft lot and probably sell it locally. And I love lotting up toys, so I had to get this little Fisher Price dog, a couple C3POs, and they are tiny, and then this little creeper plush for a Minecraft lot. These I went ahead and grabbed just because video games are still pretty hot right now. It's an original GameCube controller and then a third party. And then the same, a third party Xbox and an original. Now with me not being able to test these, I do have to mark them down a little bit. They will probably go to a reseller who will take the time to test them and fix any issues. So I'm looking about 15 for the Xbox, 20 for the GameCube controllers, and I am happy with that. Build-A-Bear clothes aren't really fast sellers for me, so I don't usually pick them up. But this was a whole outfit, and it was still on the bear in the box that you get from the store. Bear wasn't really worth getting, but the whole outfit together, I should be able to get 15 for that pretty easily and pretty quickly. Now I always pick up Boyd's bears, and I have been having a problem with it. I don't put their names on the listing, so I'm going to correct that when I go through all of my stuff and I reorganize. This one's one of the musical ones. Only about $12 though, but I'm still glad I grabbed it. It'll help me sell some of the others that I have. Wrestling figures I usually sell for $10, and I just text my nephews to ask what their names are. And video game character plushes, usually about $10. If they're not worth that, I'll lot them up. I just bought a Yoshi, but it's too good of a seller to not grab another one. I got more plushes. I sold so many stuffed animals for Christmas that I just couldn't not grab these. This flamingo only worth about $12, but it also has the shoes on it, so I'll probably list it for $15 and then just take an offer if someone wants to go a little bit lower. So I always grab Boyd's because I sell them in multiples. I list them separately. People generally buy several of them from me at once. So this one's worth about $15. I probably will mark it at $18 because I'm going to end up coming down when someone bundles all their stuff together anyway. Here's another Build-A-Bear. It's a little bulldog. I think I'm about $15 for him. Currently there's a couple listed for like $6 on eBay, but those will sell pretty soon and then I'll have the cheapest one anyway. He's in really good shape. The kid didn't play with him very much, so I had to grab him. Easy sellers when they're in good condition. And this is another musical Boyd's bear. Well, it's a cat. And this one looks like it goes regularly for about 23 for the pair. So hopefully when someone buys this, they'll also buy the bear I have. And of course I had to grab these vintage Care Bears. They were on opposite sides of the store, which is funny. I don't think there's any issues except maybe the hair. I'll have to look at some pictures and see. But these go pretty often for 30 each, and I have 2. Okay guys, pop quiz. Which of these 3 Goodwill Bins finds is the most valuable? We've got a little vintage flocked Santa, a Sony Sports Walkman, and a Rubberface bunny plush. If you said the Santa, congratulations, you're absolutely wrong. He doesn't even have hands, guys, come on. But he will come live with me, not Anne, and I'm okay with that. Now let's take a closer look at the rabbit. The ears are a little bent up, the wires inside. I think that I can straighten them out though. I think the fact that he's this bright green will help him sell pretty quickly, even though he does have some condition issues. The ribbons are always worn, but his face has very little paint rubbing off. No cuts or bite marks like are fairly common. Looks like a patch drop on the bottom. His tail at some point was hot glued back on. But I'm confident based on other ones that sold of this size and condition that I'm going to list him for 100 and he should sell pretty close to that fairly quickly. These never sit for long when I have them. Now this Walkman I just had to grab. I recently sold a similar one that was not the sports version and it was new in the package for $95. So this one I felt confident I would sell for pretty well as long as it worked. And looking at comps with it being used, I was looking about 150, maybe 125, because it's not the oldest ones or like the bright yellow nice looking ones. But unfortunately the cassette player doesn't work. You can hear the motor kind of turning in there, but it doesn't actually turn the tape. So I'm going to have to list what's wrong with it. Hopefully someone will know how to fix it and be happy to buy it. I'm going to list it at 35 and just take what we can get. So the rabbit is the winner. Thank you guys so much for watching and make sure you subscribe below.